We've covered the catastrophe that is Splash Mountain many times here on this channel, but things seem to be getting far worse. As the ride nears closer and closer to completion, people are beginning to look at the outside facade and say, this doesn't look good. This looks like a rainforest. This doesn't look at all like a bayou. Not one bit. And now, even former Imagineers are weighing in with criticisms, with critiques, and dare I say, a fear of flying foliage. Hello everybody, welcome back. We are so glad to have you. An attitude of gratitude each time you choose to join your time with us. What an honor it is. We are here to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. We do so today with Disney parks, and specifically talking about Splash Mountain, which is now transformed into Tiana's Bayou adventure. There's just one big problem, and that is it doesn't look at all like a bayou. It looks like some sort of clumpy Polynesian flower explosion from Hobby Lobby. It's crazy looking, and it's drawing a lot of criticism even from those who would have been inclined to support it otherwise. Even former Imagineers closely aligned with the company no longer singing the praises of the Walt Disney Company when it comes to this debacle in Frontierland. Frontierland, we say! Looks like someone threw in the mountain from Lava, the Pixar short, right in the middle of the Wild Wild West. We've got a panel today we'd like to bring on to talk about this. They've got some great insights, folks. You're going to enjoy the conversation. Let's go to it now. We want to go for our first story today. We're taking a look at Hobby Lobby Mountain. We'll tell you why we're calling it that in just a moment. Lorena Creole, friend of the channel on here, says, on the right, Tafiti from the Journey of Water inspired by Moana. That's the new attraction splash pad that no longer works at Epcot. A few months in, it already doesn't work. On the left, the foliage from Tiana's Bayou Adventure. That's the replacement to Splash Mountain. The foliage from both look too alike, though both are in different parts of the world. New Orleans should not have the likes of magnolia flowers, New Orleans should have the likes of magnolia flowers, not this. And this is what we're going to take a look at, folks, making sure that you all can see that. This is the new drop out of Splash Mountain, which, remember, Splash Mountain has been transformed to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which we were calling Tiana's Rainforest Adventure, Rainforest Cafe Adventure. Now we may have to switch it over to the Hobby Lobby flower aisle. But gone are the vultures, gone are the briars. Now when you drop, it's cute little multicolored lanterns and tons of foliage. There's just one problem. A close examination of this attraction, which, by the way, was the most beloved attraction in the world. That's according to polling, not just our opinion. But taking a look, Tafiti, the foliage on Tafiti, the character from Polynesia, is remarkably similar to the foliage found on the new Splash Mountain. Again, remember, from the Pacific Islands to the Bayou. But wait a minute, where's the difference? Again, Polynesia, and again, the Bayou. There seems to be no difference. And now that has folks suspecting that Disney bought in bulk. That's right, trying to save money on this DEI project. Let's now go to a former Imagineer of 33 glorious years, Jim Shull. Jim Shull says, superior is a judgment call. The question is, which of these two environments is more interesting? Which has the weenie, the object that pulls the guest eye? So much of good design rests in the emotional response to surrounding. This is Jim Shull's way of not taking a position, but taking a position. And he's taking a position on what Chaz Finder said. Comparing these two unedited photos, one looks vastly superior. You're gaslighting yourself into thinking the bush is an upgrade from Chickapin Hill. The bush. So here's the difference, folks, side by side. And remember, these flowers that are covering this project appear to be very, very similar to the Polynesian flowers. And again, remember that we're supposed to be going to the Bayou, which has no mountains. And now, rather than going to the Bayou, it looks like you had a tornado hit the Hobby Lobby headquarters in Oklahoma City and blow up all the flowers all over the place. So take a look at the left, take a look at the right, see which one you think looks better. And this is what happened, all because Disney wanted to make sure that they were on the quote-unquote right side of history. The beautiful Splash Mountain that actually fit in with Frontierland, even despite the fact that it was a story from southern Georgia. And here is the new Frontierland. It looks like a rainforest, and that's no accident. Folks, many out there are now believing that Disney actually bought in bulk. This is a cheapening. This is, well, let's just say it doesn't bode well for the interior
cost-cutting
of the attraction. Yes. Cost-cutting. Maybe they went to Costco instead of Hobby Lobby. I don't know. But, Guys, what do you think about?
It's a set from The Walking Dead now, doesn't it?
That's not a very positive.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Broccoli Mountain.
Broccoli
Mountain. Wowza.
Arugula Mountain. Yeah.
It just looks like broccoli is all over it to me.
Now, Ron, have you seen this in person yet?
Yeah, I was there the other day. I was there on Tuesday, and I was.
All right, tell us your thoughts on what the mountain looks to be now.
Reporting.
So no, I actually had a great opportunity. A friend of mine is Miss America. They were in town last weekend for the Miss America pageant, so Miss America 1987. So I took her and her daughter to Disney World, and just standing there in front of what used to be this glorious Splash Mountain that I loved, a phenomenal attraction, did not need a change. As a matter of fact, the best part of it, like when you're going through, was the songs. It's so sad to me that all that music is going to be completely eliminated, not even from the ride, but also from the park. I mean,
and they're not bringing in the soundtrack for Princess and the Frog.
I mean,
so that's insane.
So wait, what's going in there then? Just nothing?
All new music, Spencer.
All new, yeah.
Okay.
Like locally recorded band
are my least
music.
The thing I know the least about. So
no, but like the music was phenomenal, and I mean, when you came down, you went around anyway. So I'm standing in front of it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, it looks like they've covered it in giant fake broccoli. That's all.
Soul versus soulless, yeah.
It did not. It made me want to turn away, and then when you look around at everything else that's in that area, you're going, and I know they've talked about this before. They have to change the area, which is going to, in my opinion, diminish the entire park.
So we've talked about this before, Ron. You tell me what you think about it. We had on the channel, and this is following along with what Braden has said. Now, Braden of Mickey Views has said this. Our sources seem to agree with this. Is that Disney may be looking at changing Frontierland dramatically, basically getting rid of Frontierland, where you'll go down Liberty Square all the way to the Country Bears. That will begin then the New Orleans Square, and New Orleans Square will then go to Big Thunder, and then they're going to put in some kind of little extension beyond Big Thunder that's Frontierland. Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking Pirates would then somehow have to work into that, right? Because over in Disneyland,
don't mess with Adventureland.
Right?
Please don't.
Oh, no.
Ron, you're killing me. You're hurting my heart.
Pirates is in Nolans. You can hang out there. It'll be fine.
It's going to be so weird. All I'm saying is it's so weird. It's just so.
If you take Pirates out of Adventureland, there's nothing left in Adventureland. You got Tiki Birds and you've got Dole Whips. We're not going to count the Jungle Cruise because it's falling apart.
It's a mess. The whole. I mean. You know what it's good for is it's a really good home for black bears. Black bears, they just wander in and they love it.
Yeah. Well, for those who don't know, Ron's referencing when a real bear, not a country bear, a real bear, although he could have been a country bear, walked into Magic Kingdom and half the theme park was shut down.
And I got to correct him. It's bears of color.
Yes, exactly.
I'm so sorry.
Ron, you bearist.
How dare you?
Now, of course, the thing that we haven't mentioned there is they're talking about filling in. The rumor is that they are talking about filling in the river, the Stream of America over there as well. Pro, do you know anything about that one?
So I have heard that cost is a little too high for them to be doing it right now. So I don't think that it's in danger immediately, but shutting down Tom Sawyer Island, I think is a possibility. I haven't heard one way or the other on it. But Jonas, I am curious. You have, of course, you follow Disney World to a high degree. You're a co-anchor over there on That Park Place, the YouTube channel. Comparing this to what we had with the original Princess and the Frog concept art for what this was going to be, how does this compare now to that original concept art?
It does not compare. I'm just gonna have to Google it because it actually looked pretty cool. There was actually a boat that was sitting on top of the hill there. It was sparkly, and at night, we of course in that Chapek era of Disney, there was a lot of concept art that ended up being a little misleading, like the death tacos, as we came to call them. They were covered in white water. To the point where it actually looked pretty cool in the concept art. But the thing about concept art is it is drawn and is not actually a physical representation of what exists in real life. Hold on one second. I'll bring up this concept art.
While you're pulling it up, Jonas, I just want to say that in my professional and personal opinion, this looks like garbage. And the reason it looks like garbage is because when you compare it to the original, this is dumb. It's pragmatically dumb because take a look at this original from almost every angle. Anytime you see Splash Mountain, you can see the people going down the log flume, and that's intentional because that's what you should be drawn to see. You
And
look at the cavernous.
It
Yeah.
has personality, bro. Like look at all the shapes, and it looks cartoony without being
Yep.
too cartoony. You got
Yeah,
the bramble,
the
and
colors.
right? Yeah, all the colors are popping. It looks unique, and then we go over to what we have today, and it's just generic.
All right,
Like-
now
like
that
it's what you
now
guys
that
have
we're
all been
looking
saying,
at
it's
this
just a
picture right
cave.
here,
Right,
I've
and
got it.
Jonas, as
Yeah,
you
I've got
as you show the audience, remember, folks, this is what happens
Wow.
when DEI is promised versus what you actually get. This is the original.
that's
This
so
is what you were supposed to
insane.
get. Giant tree, beautiful boat. You get none of this. You get absolutely none of this. You get a Hobby Lobby flower aisle explosion.
Was the opening where the log's supposed to come out? Is that tree with the boat in it in the
Yes,
concept
yes,
art? Oh my
yes.
gosh, they
The
scaled
mound
back so
that is-
hard.
Yeah,
So if
Yes,
you-
they-
the mound that is there, it would have
Fooled
had
you.
not just something that I mean, they maybe would have incorporated into the Chickapin Hill mount there, the spike coming out. Maybe they would have used that as the base in order to extend Splash Mountain even higher into the air. You could make a case for this being a more thrilling attraction if that's what you're doing. By the way, I haven't seen any notes on them.
Hang
adding
on,
little
Jonas. Let's go
fireflies.
back and forth. What you got? What you were promised? What you got?
How it started, how it's going.
That's right.
I'll
Now,
also
Pro,
add
would
that
you say that it's not the Bayou, is the Bayou now?
I don't know what you call it. What do you call it when you try to put a mountain in a bayou? I don't know. You get a mess. That's what you get. That
It
is
looks like
definitely
they were-
what you get.
Trying to make it not look like a mountain. I mean, the concept art looks like they were trying
the
to make it
scaffolding
look
supposed
less
to be
Right, like an
mountainous.
actual like a
Yeah.
bayou and not just a cave.
I'm thinking maybe they should leave the scaffolding up. But yeah, that's, I think this is a lesson for all of us, right? This is like the end of a South Park episode where Kyle says, I think we learned something today.
Yeah.
And the thing we learned today, folks, is that whatever they promise you for DEI, what it really will turn out to be is you get very sloppy seconds. And very sloppy seconds have been had with Splash Mountain, destroying the most popular attraction in the world, according to polling, and giving you instead a Hobby Lobby flower aisle explosion. It's
Nobody
really
asked
sad.
for that. I mean, nobody. I don't know of anybody
No.
that complained about it. That's so
Soggy
weird.
beignets.
I'm sure there was somebody who complained because that's just, I mean,
Yeah,
we can
like
see it
3
on Twitter
people.
every day. Yeah, but that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It was probably like 3 people, and like they went, oh, okay, we got to bend over and do what they want. Like the, you guys, I don't know, barely sort of a side note, but if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the news about FKA Twigs, the rapper Shia LaBeouf's like girlfriend. She had an ad campaign out in the UK for, I think, Calvin Klein, where part of like the ad was her like just like standing like artistically nude, but like nothing showing, but like you could tell she's like silhouetted naked or whatever. And it got 2 complaints. And the UK is now forcing Calvin Klein to like remove the ads because it's sexualizing a female body or like depicting a sexualized female body. Like that's the same level of things we get. Like
And
that's the level
somehow,
we're at. It
Spencer-
takes one person.
Somehow, Spencer, that's still not making the major headlines because of the crazy situation in the UK where the Chinese censors wanted to
Oh,
stop the
man.
guy playing the piano.
I cannot believe
I
that
saw
video. That video is crazy.
Don't
It's
touch
crazy.
her, she's young.
That's right. Well, and what's even more crazy is that the United Kingdom police do not side with the British citizen who's like,
No.
I can record myself playing piano. So the world is
No.
topsy-turvy. It's upside down and crazy, and Splash Mountain is just one part of that.
I'll also point out that concept art came out in June 25th of 2020. So we're coming up on 4 years since
Can't
that
imagine why
was
they-
released.
I can't imagine why they rushed out that concept art. And by the way,
At that
folks, if
time,
you're excited about the Mandalorian movie, go look at that concept art, and then we'll compare that to what you get in the end.
So
All
would
of
you
that
say
said.
that the order, instead of ordering the leaves from Hobby Lobby, they ordered it from Temu?
Well, they better hope they
shopping
secured
like
those.
a billionaire.
That's right. They better hope they've secured wherever those leaves came from, because come hurricane season, you do not want Splash Mountain strewn all over the parks. It's going to be a bad time.
Or flying
Isn't
away.
that what that's what Lorena was saying about the bottles that they have hanging there at the cave? It's like as soon as the the monsoon season picks up, shattered glass, everything's going everywhere. It's just a bad idea.
Well, and so one of the clapbacks has been, well, Disney has done this for decades. They know what they're doing. And it's like, Yeah, they did.
did.
And then they started hiring all
did.
this out to third parties instead of to, Imagineers with decades of experience. They ran all those people out, just like they did with animation, just like they've done with their major studios. And that's how you get in situations where the lights don't work and the water has stopped functioning at Epcot already. And that's a wrap. Yet again, folks, another video of excellence in the can for you. Watch it as many times as you would like, but one thing that would help us, and well, we would like it, is if you click the like button, share, subscribe. And when you click it, you stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Are you in favor of Tiana's Rainforest Cafe adventure? I mean, Tiana's Hobby Lobby Flower Aisle explosion. I mean, Bayou adventure. Or are you as of the mind of many of us that this just reeks of cheap and low budget and cover it with fake flowers and call it a day? Whatever you say, folks, we would love to hear it. And as always, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.